Hey guys, welcome back to the Ending Flicks channel. Today we're breaking down the 2011 horror movie The Rite, written Michael Petroni and directed by Mikael Hofstream. He never believed in demons, he just wanted out. But one death, one possessed girl, and one wrong choice drag him straight into a nightmare where faith is tested, evil feels real, and walking away is no longer an option. The movie opens. We meet a young guy named Michael. His dad works as a mortician, which basically means he prepares dead bodies for funerals. One day, a teenage girl's body is brought in. While helping out, Michael notices something strange. There's a devil symbol carved into her leg, and she's wearing a bracelet on her wrist. That sticks with him. Michael asks his father why the girl took her own life. His dad shuts it down right away. He tells him it's not their place to ask questions. Their job is simple. Prepare the body and move on. No emotions, no theories, just work. The truth is, Michael hates this job. He's never felt comfortable around death, and this moment just pushes him further away from it. Later, Michael meets up with his friend and tells him he's planning to enroll in a seminary college. It's a 4-year program, and once he finishes, he'll get a degree that allows him to become a priest. His friend asks him straight up if that's really what he wants. Michael admits the truth. Not really. He's getting a scholarship, and his family is pressuring him. To them, he has only 2 acceptable options. Either follow his father's path and become a mortician, or become a priest. Michael's plan is simple. Get the degree, make his family happy, then come up with some excuse later and do something else with his life. So he joins the seminary. Time flies, and before he knows it, 4 years are over. Graduation day arrives and Michael officially gets his degree. After graduating, he's supposed to join the church, but instead, Michael writes a letter to Father Matthew telling him he's resigning and won't be joining. That same night, Father Matthew heads out to talk some sense into him and stop him on the way. While they're out, a girl comes riding toward them on a bicycle. Suddenly, Father Matthew twists his foot, he stumbles, and the cyclist crashes into him. She loses control, and in the next second, a car coming from the opposite direction slams into her bike. Michael sees everything happen right in front of his eyes. He rushes over to the girl, who's barely alive, taking her last breaths. Panicking but focused, Michael starts giving her blessings, one after another, doing whatever he can in that moment. Father Matthew watches the entire scene. He's heartbroken over what just happened, but he also realizes something important. Michael has it in him. Compassion, calm under pressure, faith. All the qualities of a good priest. Because of that, Father Matthew refuses to accept Michael's resignation letter. The next day, Father Matthew meets Michael and gives him a new direction. He tells him he wants Michael to go to Vatican City in Rome. According to him, demonic activity around the world is on the rise. The Vatican is training new priests in exorcism so they can fight these dark forces. Michael doesn't buy any of it. He doesn't believe in demons, possessions, or exorcisms. He's modern-minded and thinks all of this has logical explanations. Father Matthew then plays his final card. He tells Michael that if he refuses to go, the $1,000 cost of his education will be turned into a loan that Michael will have to repay himself. Left with no real choice, Michael agrees and heads to Vatican City. Once there, Michael meets a woman named Angeline. She's a reporter. She's not there for faith. She's taking the course so she can expose it and write a report about exorcism training. The course lasts 2 months. During their classes, one of the priests teaching them is Father Xavier, who's also a professor. He quickly figures out that Michael doesn't believe in the devil at all. Because of that, he sends Michael to observe Father Lucas. Father Lucas tells Michael about a patient he's dealing with, a 16-year-old girl who's fully possessed and also pregnant. Michael immediately tries to rationalize it. He suggests she might be depressed or suffering from a mental illness. Father Lucas doesn't argue. Instead, he asks Michael to put any one object into a bag and keep it with him. Michael grabs an American coin, puts it inside the bag, and follows him to see the girl. Standing in front of her, Father Lucas asks the girl to tell them what's inside the bag Michael is holding. At first, she says nothing, but when Father Lucas keeps pushing, something dark takes over her. Her voice changes, her presence shifts, and the demon inside her answers. It clearly states that the bag contains an American coin. That moment shakes Michael. There's no logical explanation for that. Father Lucas continues chanting stronger prayers, and the demon takes full control of the girl. Still, Father Lucas doesn't back down. Using his faith and his exorcism rituals, he forces the demon out of her body. The girl finally calms down, completely peaceful. This is the moment where Michael's certainty starts to crack. After that, Father Lucas tells the girl she can go home. She quietly leaves. Michael asks if she's really okay now. Father Lucas tells him not to worry. He explains that exorcism doesn't always work instantly. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, even years to fully drive something out. Later, Michael runs into Angeline. She mentions she's heard a lot about Father Lucas and knows Michael has been shadowing him. She asks him to share everything he's been seeing and experiencing so she can use it in her article. Michael shuts her down and refuses. He doesn't want to be part of that. That night, back in his room, Michael reaches into the pocket of his coat and freezes. Inside is the same bracelet the possessed girl was wearing, the one Father Lucas removed during the exorcism. Michael has no idea how it ended up in his pocket. It seriously rattles him. The next day, he goes back to see the girl and quietly slips the bracelet back onto her wrist. The moment he does, everything goes sideways. The demon takes over her again, completely. Father Lucas tries to control the situation, but this time, even he struggles. The girl lashes out, attacks Michael, and then something horrifying happens. Right in front of them, she opens her mouth and pulls out 3 long nails she had swallowed. Michael watches it all happen. Still, he refuses to accept that this is supernatural. He insists there has to be a psychological explanation. He claims the girl was abused by her father and that the guilt drove her to swallow the nails as a suicide attempt. In his mind, she doesn't need a priest. She needs a psychiatrist. Father Lucas looks at him and says something chilling. Whether you believe in the devil or not, doesn't matter. You can't escape him. The next day, Father Lucas takes Michael to a house where a young boy is being terrorized every night. The child says a mule appears in his dreams and attacks him. Father Lucas examines the boy's back and finds clear bite marks. Then he checks the child's pillow and finds a frog hidden inside. Father Lucas calmly says this frog is the demon and kills it right there. The boy suddenly leans over and whispers something about Michael into his mother's ear. She immediately scolds the child and tells him to stop talking nonsense. That night, as Michael is heading to Father Lucas's place, he hears croaking coming from inside his bag. He opens it and finds a live frog inside. When he goes behind the house to throw it away, he's shocked to see the area crawling with frogs. Seeing this, Michael convinces himself that Father Lucas staged the whole thing. In his mind, the frogs were just a trick to help the child mentally cope and release his fears. He's about to confront Father Lucas about it when they get urgent news. The 16-year-old girl has taken a serious turn for the worse and is now in the hospital. Both of them rush there and begin another exorcism. Father Lucas keeps demanding the demon's name over and over again. He knows that without knowing its name, he can't defeat it. The demon refuses to answer. Finally, it speaks and claims it entered the girl's body the night her father assaulted her. Michael snaps back, saying he doesn't believe a word of it. That disbelief only fuels the demon's rage. After leaving the room, Michael hands Father Lucas the bag with the frog and tells him the truth as he sees it. This girl needs doctors and psychiatric care, not priests. Not them. That same night, the demon kills the girl. Father Lucas is devastated. He feels like he failed her. Worse, his faith starts to crumble. Meanwhile, Michael goes to Angeline and tells her everything. All of it. Exactly what she wanted for her article. But when Michael returns home, something is very wrong. His room is filled with frogs, everywhere, on the floor, on the furniture. And on top of that, he learns that his father's health has taken a sudden turn for the worse. Michael decides he has to go back to him immediately, but fate shuts that door too. That night, every single flight is canceled. After the girl's death, things start going seriously wrong for Michael. Strange stuff keeps happening around him. His room becomes a complete mess, so bad that he's forced to move into a hotel. While he's there, his father calls him. His dad sounds scared. He says he's in the hospital, that he feels uncomfortable, terrified, and in a lot of pain. And then, mid-call, another man gets on the line and drops a bomb. He tells Michael that his father passed away 6 hours ago. Michael is stunned. He says that can't be true because he was just talking to his dad. The man insists it's impossible. The time of death was 6 hours earlier. After that call ends, Michael starts hearing voices. His father's voice, the 16-year-old girl's voice. They seem to be calling him, pulling him somewhere. Following the sounds, Michael ends up in the hotel basement. That's when he sees it. A mule with glowing red eyes standing right in front of him. Before he can even react or make sense of what he's seeing, everything vanishes. The next day, Michael goes with Angeline to the house of the young boy who used to see the mule in his dreams, the same kid whose pillow had the frog inside it. Michael asks him what he whispered to his mother that day. The boy stays silent, but his mother answers instead. She says the boy told her that Michael's father was going to die. That hits Michael hard. He and Angeline step outside. She asks him what's wrong, and Michael tells her the truth. His father died the day before. What scares him isn't just the loss. It's how that child somehow knew it was going to happen. They head straight to find Father Lucas. When they see him, he's standing outside in the rain, completely soaked. They rush him inside. Father Lucas looks weak and shaken. He tells Michael that he doesn't think he has much time left. Something is inside him now, taking control. He begs Michael to bring Father Xavier immediately. Michael goes to Father Xavier, but he's out of town. With no one else to help, Michael makes a decision. He comes back and chooses to perform the exorcism himself to save Father Lucas. He begins the ritual. Almost instantly, the demon inside Father Lucas takes full control. Even now, Michael is still struggling to fully believe. Because of that doubt, the demon turns its attention to him and starts tearing him apart emotionally. It talks about his father, twists memories, uses guilt and grief as weapons. Father Lucas is in unbearable pain, and Michael feels like he's losing, like the devil is winning. That's when Angeline steps in. She tells Michael he has to believe in himself. She reminds him that God chose him for this path for a reason. He may have wanted a different life, but he was placed here for something bigger. That's when Michael remembers his mother, who passed away years ago. He remembers a card she gave him when he was a child. It had an image of Jesus Christ and Mother Mary on it. On the back, it said, "You are not alone." That memory gives Michael strength. He starts the exorcism again, this time with full faith. The demon fights back harder, attacking him, pushing him to his limit. Michael looks straight into its eyes and says he knows it exists, but his faith in God is stronger. Then he demands its name. That's when the demon finally breaks. It says its name is Baal. The moment the name is spoken, the exorcism works. The demon is forced out, and Father Lucas survives. His life is saved. 2 months pass, and Michael's training is complete. The course is over, and he returns to America. Before all this, he didn't believe in the devil at all, but after everything he's seen and survived, he knows the truth. Evil exists, and he's ready to stand against it. Later, Michael comes across a magazine article written by Angeline. It's all about modern-day exorcism. He reads it quietly, reflecting on everything that happened. And that's where the story comes to an end. I'll be bringing you many more horror movies covering all kinds of dark and disturbing stories. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.